I have 2 words for you, y'all. Norman Fetus. Of course, I'm talking about PlayStation's press conference yesterday, and it was huge. It was maybe the biggest press conference so far of this E3, or with the biggest announcements.
Yeah, people are saying it was Sony's show for sure.
Yeah,
so.
well, they started in a good place right now. I mean, they are the leader right now in console sales, so they have pretty good launch point. It did start with God of War's new game being launched, and it was questioned, how are we going to launch God of War from into Norse mythology? Because it seems like a totally different thing, but it looks like they fixed it pretty well. Son of Kratos.
Yeah.
I actually was like, I saw it at first, and I was like, is this another Far Cry Primal? No, it's not. Or the Elder Scrolls Kratos, basically. But there was another big announcement that I think you're excited about.
Oh, yeah, The Last Guardian. We saw more of that game, and I am so insanely excited about it. And we got a release date. It's coming out October of this year. We can finally play it. We can finally go buy it. I think maybe my favorite video game of all time, still to this day, is Shadow of the Colossus. So anytime I hear anything from those guys, I'm so excited. So.
For sure. I mean, what I was thinking going into this is I get really pumped about Sony's press conference. But whenever I see things like Final Fantasy VII, you know, the remake, or Last Guardian, I think, yeah, it's nice. We're not going to see it for 5 years. But they proved me wrong, and I'm so happy to be wrong, because that's coming out soon, definitely this year. Well, I mean, sometimes game dates get pushed, but it does look promising, to say the very least. We saw new Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, too scary.
It looked like Silent Hill, I'm just saying, because I saw that and I was like, I got Kojima vibes right now.
Yeah.
And then later, the one and only Hideo Kojima showed up. Hey everyone, I'm back. Check out this new game with Norman Reedus. And we have Death Stranding, which looks really exciting, but there's very little to go on off of it. There's just Norman Reedus, naked, holding a baby version of himself on a beach, nightmarescape with beached whales, black goo. He has a very strange necklace that some people are already trying to decode because there are numerals on them.
Wow. It sounds insane and brilliant at the same time. It sounds like this is going to be a game changer.
Well, he could be, you know, stranded on a planet. This could just be an artistic thing going on in the head. I mean, Kojima is a guy who very much does his own thing.
Right.
He's a very rare video game visionary in that way, where he's just like, hey, I do whatever I want, including, you know, drink Konami tears, as shown on Norman Reedus' Instagram. No hard feelings, y'all, except all the hard feelings, y'all.
And then he left.
It's kind of funny.
Did he leave the stage to the music from Mad Max Fury Road as well? I heard that he left the stage and the music that they were playing, his outro music, was Mad Max Fury Road score.
I didn't notice that, but that's a good catch.
Yeah.
Okay,
because that's how much of a boss he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people really respect him. And I think a lot of people lost their faith in Konami after letting us down with PT/Silent Hills. I mean, we're going to get this great game for Kojima, starring Norman Reedus, with Guillermo del Toro involved, and it's like, this is a dream.
Yeah.
This is a cinematic video game dream, and it was destroyed, basically. So I'm wondering how much of that we'll see left in Death Stranding.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's going to be trippy, for sure. I can't tell what it's about, though. What else happened? VR.
Oh,
yes,
the
there
VR
was a
stuff.
big push for PSVR. Featuring connectivity for Resident Evil, which will be terrifying.
Nope, that's a big nope for me.
That's a big no.
Big nope.
Because it's like, let's cut myself off from the outside world and immerse me directly into Resident Evil.
But I can't wait to see other people play it.
Oh yeah,
that'll
be
fun.
entertaining in a mean way. But I don't want to do it myself.
No.
We also heard an exclusive Batman Arkham VR experience.
That's insane.
But Mark Hamill was narrating it, so that means he'll be in it. And he's the best Joker. He is.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
For me, at least.
That's incredible. You know, that's something that all of the Arkham games, from when the first one came out years ago, proved that people always wanted to feel like Batman. That's what's so great about that character. And it's sometimes difficult to take characters from comic books or movies and transition them into video games. But I think
it had been basically a failure up until that
absolutely, absolutely. And I think the reason that it was such a success is because people want that experience of feeling as if they're that character. More than any other character, they want that feeling. And to bring that to the VR world, I think is pretty brilliant. And I hope it's really cool. I hope it's cool.
I mean, that's been my strongest selling point so far for wanting to buy a PSVR.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering how I'm going to get into this world. We have a Samsung VR here, but I don't know if that's the one I want.
Oh, I mean, all VR that I've tried out has been mind-blowing. I think that, especially in recent months, whenever I play a VR game, I feel what I think my parents felt when they first played Pong. That feeling of like,
oh my God.
Yeah, just I can't wait to do it again. I want to rush home to do it. Just a completely new experience. And gamers for decades, just like every other person who enjoys another art form in another medium, we've all just become used to and take it for granted that experience of interactivity, that initial. But first time I played VR, and each time since, it always feels so new and so fresh.
It is new and it is different, and it's like if it's not easy to explain unless you've experienced it, how different it is and how much of a different world it is. And I think that's the challenge of the industry is they've got to get people on board. And once you're on board and you understand, it's like, damn, this is its own thing. You know, it's not. It doesn't feel like a fad. Hopefully, it won't turn out that way.
You got to get them wee grandmas to try that VR on.
Yeah, my grandma will never do that. But as much as I don't want Resident Evil in my face, I do want Mark Hamill Joker in my ear.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's certainly different ways of approaching this and enticing ways, rather.
Real quick, Spiderman, a new Spiderman game. That's why I'm wearing the tie. I'm excited. People were excited. I'm a little iffy. From Insomniac, exactly. So exciting. So many people still have such fond memories of Spider-Man 2 on the PS2, so this is coming to PS4. It looked amazing. I'm a little iffy on the costume still with the big white spider because I think his costume is, you don't have to touch it. But that's okay. I'm so excited, so I had to mention that. Can't wait for that.
Audience, what did you think of PlayStation's big E3 performance? Let us know what you think, because some people are calling it the biggest one, the one that's owned E3 so far. Do you agree or do you disagree? And are you drinking the Konami tears alongside Kojima? And read us, let us know below in the comments. And again, we will be there on the floor Wednesday and Thursday. Catch us there.